loud ding. Anytime I open up a Coke can, he freaks out. I'm gonna move so you guys can see him. Okay, watch Levi. Watch him. Okay, here we go. He doesn't like that. And you guys might feel sad right now just seeing Levi upset like that, but he doesn't like the sound of opening cans. Good morning, everybody. I got a little bit of bedhead. It's probably around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's time. We're gonna do Halloween 2018 DWatch. Been wanting to do this one for a while. It's gonna be really fun. Just so you guys know, I was gonna do one probably a month ago with this camera right here. Move my medication. A man's got to take his medication, right? Yeah, that's my my old vlog camera, and I broke the lens, and I was about to do Halloween 2018. I can take you through the steps. I was setting up my camera right here, like an idiot, right on the corner here, and it fell onto the floor right there, and the lens broke, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart. Long story short, I ended up getting a new camera, same exact model, Canon G7X. Great, I love this camera. I tried a different camera, sent it back. It's like, this is not gonna cut it. This does not live up to my expectations for a good vlog camera. To me, nothing beats the Canon G7X for a vlog camera. Okay, so if you want to buy one of those, I got a link to it down below. You can get one. But we're gonna do this. Here we go. I'm not gonna drop this one, okay? I swear to God, I'm not. Halloween 2018. Hey, and look, there's Halloween. We're gonna talk a little bit about Halloween during this DWatch. And you're like, why aren't we talking about Halloween? We're doing Halloween 2018. Jason Smith from Sinister Cinema Reviews dropped a video yesterday that blew my mind. That really just blew my mind about this movie. So we'll get to that. But I got to set up my my camera, my other camera, all this stuff. But we're gonna get this thing in here and go to town. I'm not gonna put this right there and have it fall down there though. But anyway, Halloween 2018 DWatch. Let's do this. Don't you just love that Universal logo? All right, I had to switch it from auto to manual. I hate auto, especially, I don't know, with natural light. I'm not an expert, but it just makes the picture was very all over the place and unreliable. But as you can see, we're ready to go. I'm gonna try to hit play and hopefully my remote works. Yes, it did. I think I need to get a new battery, but this takes those like lithium batteries, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's because it's just such a small remote. Okay, piracy, guys, piracy. All right, support filmmaking, support it. And I know you say they make millions and millions and millions of dollars, but A, they're not making millions of dollars right now. Well, I guess some of them are still. But B, it trickles all the way down to the craft services table. Okay, so just when you start having doubts, think about the guy that works at the craft services table that's making the food and everything. He doesn't make millions of dollars. All right, it affects everybody. Right away, we can hear that John Carpenter score. And this is something we've never heard before. This opening little cue. Very sinister, very dark sounding. I just remember sitting in a theater and hearing this and going, ooh. And I'm gonna say, guys, when I first sat down in the theater for this was a brand new Halloween movie. Halloween is #1 for me. Everything is Halloween. I'm clinically obsessed with this franchise, as you can see. And so the thought of seeing a new OG Myers on the big screen, you know, not since 2002. Let's do the math. 2002, and this is 2018. So that's, if we go 10 years, that's 2012, and then 18 minus the 2 would be 6. So 16 years. Okay, there's a little bit of Howard Stern math for you. But love this opening scene. You know, with the podcasters, it's weird, like we would never hear that term, podcasters. You know, maybe even back in like 2002 when Resurrection came out. This is like Halloween for the new age, you know? We're in a new world right now. How does Myers even like fit into that equation? We can already hear Sartain. We're definitely gonna be talking about Sartain. I think Sartain is a very interesting character. Very interesting. And had he been handled correctly, in my opinion, he could have been a great character. But, you know, this is where it comes down to the story. What they did with him at the end of the movie, you know, I would have liked to have seen him more in Halloween Kills. And maybe we will, I don't know, in like flashbacks or whatever, but very, very interesting character. Maybe we'll see like a young Sartain, you know, being a pupil of Loomis. Already though, they're building that legend, you know. This monster, 40 years ago, the heinous crime that he committed. I gotta say, David Gordon Green's directing in this, it flows very well. I guess the editing too, you know, it all goes hand in hand, but this movie just flows, you know. The scenes don't take longer than they need to take. And this is a good example of that, you know. We could spend 30 minutes in that sanitarium if we wanted to, because there's a lot of interesting, you know, shit going on in Smith's Grove. We've explored Smith's Grove so many times throughout the franchise. It's a very interesting place. It's the place where evil dwelled before it was set free. I've always been interested in, you know, Myers and Smith's Grove, you know, what he went through as a child. Rob Zombie didn't really do it for me with what he did with young Myers. Before Rob Zombie's Halloween came out, I always had this fascination with Smith's Grove and wonder what young Myers was like in there. And when we saw Rob Zombie's version, no, that's not it. There was something off. There was something off, and I think maybe he tried too hard, pushed the envelope too hard. I don't know. Love the checkerboard courtyard. Just very, very interesting location. You know, how everybody stands in these little boxes, kind of representing confinement itself, you know? It's like when we walk sidewalks, we tend to want to stay inside. Even if we're not OCD, there's something about, we don't want to step on that crack, you know? We don't want to cross that line. And they set that up with Aaron's foot going across the yellow line. You don't want to cross that line because you don't know, you know, this is an animal. You don't know what this animal could do. And the most dangerous animals are those ones that just kind of lurk. And they don't really say anything, but they're quick and they pounce. If you literally step, you know, just an inch over the line, that animal could, boom. That's the fear of this scene. You know, we don't know what's going to happen when we first watch this. We know that Myers is a caged animal, and he could freaking break the chains. Who knows what he could do? You can see it in Aaron's face there. He's afraid. He's like, I don't know what I'm dealing with here. You know, I'm kind of obsessed with this person that's been locked up. And I have his mask. I'm going to pull his mask out and show it to him. Man, I was so into this scene. Like, I'm getting chill bumps right now just thinking about it. Great way to start the movie. Really great way to start the movie. Like, is he going to break the chains and just, you know, start killing everybody and break his way out of Smith's Grove? And I will say, those mental patients, I've been around mental patients before. You know, and some people say, that was a little bit too much the way they were acting. No, it wasn't. I'm telling you right now, I've seen mental patients and they're very unpredictable. And oftentimes they do get loud and make noises like that. Chaos. This is musical. This is a crescendo, building to a crescendo. Say something. Boom! Oh my God. My heart fucking jumped out of my chest as soon as that theme hit. We have not seen this, like in this form, since Halloween 2, 1981, people. Wow. Looking forward to getting into this one, guys. Woo! I'm already pumped. Okay, this is the introduction of Laurie Strode. This is Laurie 40 years later. And I've heard a lot of debate about this. Would she be that messed up, you know? And I can tell you the answer right now. The answer is yes or no, because it depends on the person. people deal with trauma in different ways. Some people are able to, persevere and they have this light at the end of the tunnel always in their minds, no matter what's going on behind them. And then some people, they falter. Laurie Strode is a great example. Her life went into shambles after what had happened. She just couldn't deal. The mind is a funny thing, it's a tricky thing. And a lot of times, call it depression, just call it a run of bad luck, call it whatever, but it can, like our good man Rocky Balboa said, it can beat you down. And it doesn't apologize whatsoever. But again, I've seen people on the other end of that have the worst shit life you can possibly imagine when they're children. And then they end up, becoming doctors and lawyers, and they're able to rise above it all and figure it out. So yeah, there's your answer. Yes or no. It can happen no matter what. Peanut butter on my penis, by the way. But what happened to Laurie 40 years ago, I think that's pretty traumatic, actually. The rest of the sequels don't exist. All your friends, dying on the same night, and you got this guy coming after you, and you're trying to protect these children, and it's just like a whirlwind. It's just like this volcano erupted under you in one night. So yeah, I get it. I get that Laurie Strode would be completely messed up. Andy Matichak, Judy Greer playing Laurie Strode's daughter. And another controversial thing, I hear people constantly saying that why is there a different daughter in this movie, because it makes it even more confusing. And I agree with that. I do. If Danielle Harris was in this movie, it would be confusing. I agree with that. But you know what? This could be just a straight, basic Halloween movie, just like they did with Halloween 4. And it would still be confusing because of everything that has come before this. Halloween 4 wasn't confusing because it was the third movie with Myers. It's funny that movie is more basic when they could have, if they wanted to, went hog wild with it, and offered a lot of different ideas. It's still just a slasher movie at the end of the day. But yeah, I think David Gordon Green and company did the best they could timeline-wise with this. I just don't get, okay, she doesn't have a daughter named Jamie Lloyd. Let's give her another daughter named Karen. That always kind of bugged me. Kind of weird. But I like the young cast in this. It's nice to have a nice young cast. And, there's like 3 generations in this movie. And they mostly focus on the youngest generation and, the eldest generation with Laurie Strode and with Hawkins and all them. But, going forward, I think in Halloween Kills and On, Andy Matichak, Allison is going to play a big part. I really do. I hope she does. I mean, we've seen the little trailer and everything and her reacting to what looks like it might be Myers at the top of the steps. I don't know. We don't know what she sees. But, yeah, I think Allison's got bigger things to come for sure. This scene right here, guys. Hold on. I want you to listen.
It needs to die.
It needs to die. Was that the mask in a bag? I don't think I ever noticed that. And then Laurie's reaction here. This scene is so beautifully done. Like, so beautifully done. Thank you, David Gordon Green, for this. Thank you so much for this fucking scene. Jesus, this scene. My heart is just racing. Look at Laurie. She can't deal with it. This is just something that's plagued her for 40 years. She cannot deal.
Michael Myers is still my patient until he's in somebody else's care. So I've seen my duty through till the end.
God, I love this scene. What a scene. And now, like, the gun, I think that's Laurie considering suicide. I don't know. She's a basket case. Her relationship with her family is completely obliterated. That, oh my God. As much shit as I give Jamie Lee Curtis, she redeemed herself. That scene, her acting, perfect. Perfect.
Tell me peyote. Yeah.
And then you go into this little weird scene right here. the dinner scene. I almost think the dinner scene wasn't really needed because we already just established how crazy Laurie Strode is, how grief-stricken she is, how conflicted she is. So then they have this scene, and we've already been introduced to Ray and Karen, and so she just, Laurie comes to this scene and she just starts drinking. And I think this scene is setting up the scene with Karen after talking about her past with, growing up with Laurie Strode as a mother, which again is a pretty underwhelming scene. This isn't Judy Greer's fault. She got put into a situation where it was going to cause, I guess, some awkwardness amongst fans. Like, it's almost like a diss to the past. But I mean, I guess for the story, she has to have a daughter. But I don't know. It's just strange. It's hard for me to even talk my way through it. It's just weird. And plus, I have to put aside my love for the Thorn Trilogy. I'm one of those guys that happens to adore, like, way too much the Thorn Trilogy. Yes, I know it's flawed, but I love those characters so much. I really hold the character Jamie Lloyd close to my heart. It's a very strong character. And I've always wanted to see a scene with Jamie Lloyd and Laurie Strode in the same frame. I mean, the thought of that, the possibilities there. Wow. I mean, for her to ask her mother, where were you? This has affected not only you, but me. I've had to deal with him too. I mean, you could really have a great scene with those two characters. And there's none of that with Karen. Yeah, there's a past there that they try to set up in this movie with Karen growing up and having to learn survival skills and all that, but that's, I don't know, that's kind of boring. Yeah, there's just a lot more ground to cover with if Jamie Lloyd would have been her daughter. And I get the timeline thing, and I get why she can't be the daughter, and I probably talked about it too much. All right, I'll put a lid on it. But yeah, that scene's gonna come up. I pretty much said my piece on it. Karen talking about her deal. I do have something that I want to show you guys.
I'm glad you got to see that.
Oh, there it is. The performance is a little weird.
I learned how to shoot a gun when I was 8. I learned how to fight.
And she's just kind of numb from it. I think that's the delivery that they were going for. But I think I would have preferred a little bit more emotion in the scene.
Over the paranoia and
So anyway, I want to show you guys something real quick. This is something that has not been up for 3 years. And I'm going to show you what it is. Okay, so creepy door, right? Creepy door. Blackness. What could be behind the black? Let's see. Let's see. How about that? The drum set is finally up again, and I could not be more excited. I have missed my Pearl custom session kit for so long, and I have we live in a smaller garage now, and this is the garage where my wife does her paintings. Before my daughter's wedding, this garage was just full of stuff, and now that we've cleaned it and it's opened up more, I finally set it up. And a big thank you to Christian Hanna for giving me the push that I needed, because he said, hey, let's do a cover together, and I'm going to play drums and he's going to play every other instrument. And I like the lights. Big thanks to Rudy for cluing me in on these lights. Rudy's movie reviews, guys. But man, look how it makes this kit just light up like that. Oh my God, it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. But I posted pictures of these on my social media. And now I can actually show you guys in video form. Drum covers are coming. Yeah, of course, I'm not a drum covers channel, but I do like to, you know, I like to throw me into my videos. And a big part of me is I'm a drummer. So I like to throw some drumming content from time to time. And what I'll do is I'll mix my love for movies into those videos. So it's kind of cool. This looks kind of cool with the red. While we're at it, let's go in here. I'm going to show you guys some Halloween 2018 specific things. You saw the steel. Did I show you guys the steelbook? I think I did. And let's see. What do we have from Halloween 2018 in here? I know that we have the vinyl. Yeah. I have, I think, 3 different copies of the vinyl. I got that one. I got that one back there that's never even been, like, the vinyl has never even been taken out. It's just part of my backdrop. And then, let's see. There it is. The expanded edition. Man, that thing is beautiful. Beautiful. And I like this cover too. Yeah, so here's that. And you can actually take the cover off. And I think that's John Carpenter's face meshed with the Myers mask. Am I right on that, guys? Look at that. That's not something I show that often. Look at the inside of that. Wow. Really cool. That last scene. And then that's pretty much, you know, just a track listing, standard. And there are, I think, yeah, there's 2 vinyls in here. Really cool though. And then one more Halloween 2018 I got is this NECA figure. NECA. Love the way that figure looks. Oh, and I forgot to show you the back. There's the back of the expanded edition. And by the way, since we're talking Myers, there's the Myers painting. One of the first paintings my wife did. Actually, let me correct that. I think she did paint a couple things before that. I asked her. I have the worst memory. I asked her, "Can you paint Myers for me?" And she says, "I can give it a shot." And that's what she did. And I like it because it's just very unique looking, you know? It doesn't look like every other picture of Myers. Like, I've never seen a picture of Myers that looks like that, you know? So I dig it. There you go. I'm such a big fan of lighting. You know, I'm kind of obsessed with lighting. That it takes me 15 minutes just to set up my my review backdrop when I do movies. So sometimes I'm like, oh, do I want to get in there? Because it's a process. You know, I want light. And this is one of my lights right here. It's a big LED light. I got that. And if I turn this back on, that thing's bright as hell. And you know what? I'll show you all the lights I use. There's one right there. I use 3 of those. And these little trigger lights. A lot of times in my videos, you'll see like a beam of light coming across me. And it's basically lighting that up. I got that. And then I got another one down here that it lights that up. So then I turn this on down here. And then you get the Christmas, my little black Christmas display in the back. It lights that up, and it also lights up. I got these from Five Below. They're $5 a piece. These blinking lights. They come with these remotes. And you can actually make that just one color. Like, if I do that. Yeah, see? It just stays blue. And I can make that one red if I want. There you go. So now we got red and blue. And then I have my LED light behind there. So yeah, there's more lights. We're not done. And then I got this light back here. And I have to, I'll show you, I have to buy batteries at least once a month. Maybe once every couple months. I buy this big 36 pack AAA. And then I buy, if they have the 36 pack, actually double A, and if they have the 36 triple A, I buy that, but it's been hard to find those, so I have to buy these, which is a pain. But yeah, like, thank God for my patrons, because you guys buy more batteries than you could possibly imagine, okay? And then, yeah, and I got a light back here, okay? Because I like backlighting, you know? You got to have your backlighting. That's what I always tell people. If you don't have the money to buy all these figurines and crap behind you, invest in some lighting. Lighting alone and a blank wall. And you can create wonders with that. Oh my God, we are on a big scene right here. We came back at the perfect time. I need to set up the other camera for this. There's your little Halloween 4 nod. Oh my God, this scene right here, guys. Talk about one of the most insane kill scenes in the franchise. I'm saying it right now. Look at, he drops the teeth on the floor. Wow. Man, her performance is so good. I watched the behind the scenes, and I guess she couldn't talk for like a couple days after doing this scene, because obviously they had to do multiple takes. Very common on a movie set, but she gives it her all. And wasn't there like a sweetness to Dana? Then Aaron comes in and just gets the living shit beat out of him. I think out of all the bathroom scenes in the franchise too, this easily my favorite. And there's a lot of bathroom scenes in the franchise. But I mean, look at that. I mean, the brutality, slamming his head. We are not fucking around here, people. We are not fucking around at all. Can you imagine that? You gotta listen to the death of your girlfriend or wife or whatever. And you're helpless. You know that there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, there's like a sadness to this scene. You know, and that's why the music's perfect too. So when he puts on that mask, it's not this like celebratory type feeling. Yes, the mask is on. No, this is real. This is a serial killer. And what just happened before he put that mask on was an atrocity. And so it plays with your emotions like, damn, I should be like, my boy's back. Myers has the mask on. This is an iconic moment. You know, like in Rob Zombie's Halloween. When he put on the mask, that was like one of the coolest parts of the movie. It's like, holy shit, this is awesome. Not that in this movie. In this movie, you're still coming down from what just happened in the bathroom. And what I was going to say about Dana is like, she's different than most of the females that have been killed in the franchise, you know? I mean, this isn't like a high school student. This is an adult. And she's very sweet. And I don't know, I think because she just exudes this innocence, it made the scene that much more tragic. Am I right on that, guys? So we just got out of the scene where Laurie comes like storming into the house. Let me adjust you guys here. I think that's another problem with Ray. Ray's a bitch. You know, like, it seems like the women in this movie, they steamroll right over Ray. You know, Karen, Laurie, you know, for the dad in the movie, you want like a strong male presence, like Meeker. Ray is the opposite of Meeker, unfortunately. Would you agree with that, Levi? Oh my God, another big scene right here. Holy crap. Oh man, this scene is just so iconic. The shape returns. I love this this track on the soundtrack. Let you guys hear that. Wow. I tell you, Myers was brutal as hell in this movie. We just had the bathroom scene, and we're like, okay, are they going to tone it down, or is he going to remain this way throughout the movie? And boy, does he. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's doing his business. I think there's a good mix too of like off-camera and on-camera kills. Maybe a little bit too many off-camera, but still, I mean, sometimes just seeing the aftermath is even creepier than seeing it happen. You know? Sometimes. I guess it depends on the context. That baby, I tell you, when everybody in the theater just gasps, like, is he going to kill the child? I mean, thank God he didn't. Man. Because that's not who Myers is. Myers doesn't kill children. He just, not infants anyway. You know? Because he does kill a boy, a young boy in this. But I think what it is if it's something in his path, if it's something in his way, then yes, he, man, what a beautiful shot, guys. Damn. That is one of the most beautiful looking shots of the night of Halloween I've ever seen. And people were stating that that the woman right there with the nurse get up, that was the one that was in the Halloween Kills clip. And then I heard other people say it wasn't. But man, look at Myers there. Jesus. And it goes on. Just one take. And, you know, that's a big thing these days. Directors like doing these one-take shots, and they're awesome, you know? It's always fun because then you're like, ooh, when is the camera going to cut off? How long is this going to go on? And, you know, he's letting the scene linger. You know, this is John Carpenter right here. Letting the scene linger for a while, not knowing when it's going to happen. I never noticed that, too. You can see Myers walking along the back side of the house. Never noticed that. We're going to stay with it because I want to see this death right here. And I know this actress right here, I know Dave McCray's had her on his channel. Marion Singh, yeah. But, I mean, wow, that's, whew. Talk about brutal. I mean, that's like, that gives Rob Zombie a run for his money. This guy, I swear he looks just like I call him Discount Foggy Nelson. I shouldn't say discount, but he looks so much like the guy who played Foggy Nelson in Daredevil, which I've just been watching Daredevil again recently. I've watched it so many times, but man, he looks just like him. It's insane. And, you know, I like how they didn't make Cameron just a complete douchebag. Like, you can tell he definitely had strong feelings for Allison. He's a young boy. He's hormones raging personified. You know, he's just but he's not like one of these, you know, douchebag bully kids that we've seen in like all these 80s movies. When you're in high school, women are going to flirt with you, especially if you have a girlfriend. That's just how it works. And he was in a situation, I think. I don't think Cameron was intending to cheat on Allison. And I finally just found out that what he throws that phone in is, in fact, nacho cheese dip. Vicky is the hero. That's one thing that's great about the women in the Halloween franchise. There's so many strong, heroic women throughout. Laurie Strode, Rachel, I'll even say it, Tina, gives her life to protect Jamie. Vicky says, I don't need a man to do this for me. She goes and she checks the closet for Julian. And I think that's another reason why people love the franchise so much. There's so many strong female archetypes. Now, I wish they wouldn't have shown... I think they could have just shown, like, maybe the bathroom scene in the trailer. Like, they didn't need to show this scene. Because it would have made it that much better. Although, I still don't think it played out as well as it should have. With Myers... I mean, that's the ultimate boogeyman fantasy, is Myers in the closet. I mean, he is literally the boogeyman in the closet. And, I mean, there's so many different ways you could play with that. I think they did it the best in Halloween 4. He wasn't technically in the closet, but, you know, he was in Jamie Lloyd's Nightmares. And that scene where he's like, you know, pops up beside the bed. Yeah, and there you go. It's just like, she opens the door and then boom, he just jumps right out. I think the scene could, like, I think Dwight H. Little did a better job making Myers the boogeyman, you know, that could get you in your own room where you're the safest. There's a couple scenes in this too that just they move a little bit too quick, and the tension is kind of lost. You know, same thing. We'll get to that later with the Allison and the Shape Hunts Allison. The tension just gets lost. Beautiful looking scene. It's lit very well. 707. So is Meridian Avenue. Meridian Avenue is actually in Pasadena. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I believe Meridian Avenue is one of the avenues, one of the roads that was used in the original Halloween in Pasadena. Let's check Killer Flicks, see if we got any shout-outs. I posted earlier, because, you know, if this is your first DWatch, It's interactive. I do shout-outs. Like last time, I think I did just Instagram. And sometimes I'll do just Twitter. And I posted on Instagram and Killer Flicks today. And we'll see how many we got. Oh, and I posted Roy Stalin from Better Off Dead. Most underrated douchebag ever. Is he your main wiener man? Woo! Okay, we got some comments here. Killer Flicks. Justin Coe says, flip off the screen every time Sartain appears. I actually like Sartain. I didn't like the way he was handled in the end. But I like Sartain as a character. That's an interesting character to me. Luke Lambert says, could shout out my new horror Instagram account, Movie Massacre 1987, with an underscore between Movie Massacre and 1987. Would be great if the Killer Flicks family checked it out. Okay, guys, Luke Lambert, check out his Movie Massacre 1987. Put some underscores in there. Okay. Parker Jackson says, I'd advise you to steer clear of any and all peanut butter while watching this film. Very true, because you don't want to get any on your penis. Maurice Boney, what's up, my brother? He says, oh man, I got peanut butter on my penis. Shout out to Wham for their interview with Allison. Yes, I was watching that actually. Very well done interview, and it felt like just three friends talking. You know, that's the great thing about Mike and Jay. But yeah, that was a really cool interview actually. Allison. Andy Matichik is just a really cool, down-to-earth person. You know, she loves the fans. She's a great addition to the franchise, and I'm looking forward to seeing what transpires with her character. Jeffrey Betterton says, I'm a huge fan of Halloween 2018. You inspired me to start my YouTube channel at the end of the year called Jeffman316 Customs. I will cover horror and other pop culture topics. Please give me a shout out if you can. There you go, Jeffrey. Marcus Schmidt says, I would love to get a shout out. Cheers from the Netherlands and stay healthy, everyone. That's one thing I love about YouTube and the internet and social media. That's one of the good things about it all. You know, just the connection between everybody. You know, different countries. Because horror doesn't have one location. It's everywhere. And I've found so many foreign horror films because of my channel and Killer Flicks and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's awesome. Brandon Meacham, what's up, brother? Shout out, please. David John says, the font on that steelbook still breaks my heart. What? Are you kidding me? I like that font. Yeah, it's not the typical, serif Gothic black Halloween font, but... you know what? That's one thing I love about this steelbook is how unique it looks, It's different looking. And I believe this is out of print, too. But I wouldn't have it any other way, actually. I need to track down Happy Death Day for my birthday tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday, David. I would rather you watch... Well, you can watch whatever you want, but I would go with Happy Birthday to me, honestly. But you watch whatever you want. That's a fun one, too. John Varian says, I'd love one, Lee, if that's all right. Enjoy Halloween. What's up, John? Eric Murphy says, it was great being in the theater for the balcony switch up, hearing some folks in the audience gasp, a good portion of the audience clapping. Missed the crowd electricity. Hope to be back in theaters soon. Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure this is going to be in theaters, Halloween Kills. Erica Bro, she says, me please. Thank you for all you do, Lee. I'm so excited for H Kills. Thank you for all you do, Erica. You're awesome. Casey Silveira says, what's up, Lee? I'm watching a modern classic, I see. Abby Browning says, enjoy. This is secretly my favorite one. Awesome. Awesome. Tabor Johnson says, shout out to my old rat, Marshall. He has been alone for the last 2 months after losing all his siblings. He passed in my arms this morning. He was a good boy. He will be missed. Oh, man. So sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss, Tabor. Gareth Packham, Andy Hobbs is waving. They got the little gifs. Get the Forrest Gump and the Myers gif. Michael Mims, so much wind. Man, I love Mims. God, I love it. Could I love Mims any more than I already love Mims? Like, Mims is just, he's got the most beautiful Boston accent. He always provides the best memes in the mod chat. And more importantly, he's a New York City police officer protecting you guys, keeping you guys safe. And what more? I mean, and he's a beautiful person. I mean, literally, physically spiritually, mentally, everything. He's just a beautiful person. Anthony Jordan says, this movie might be my favorite soundtrack. It is my favorite soundtrack, for sure, Anthony. Richard Marlowe says, I'd like a shout out to me and the maker of the iconic 2018 mask, Christopher Nelson. Christopher Nelson fucking rocks. Dan Wolf says, oh, heck yeah, I want a shout out. Excited for a new DWatch. Dan, my brother, fucking love you, dude. Dan is so freaking awesome. A dear friend. And one hell of a radio producer. Dougie Bratvold says, me. And Chris Glavin. Definitely me. Right now we got the conversation going on with Sartain and Hawkins. Now we know we're going to see a flashback in Halloween Kills. And I wonder if we'll see a young Hawkins in Halloween Kills. I think that'd be cool. And I got a bunch of Instagram comments, but we'll do those a little later, okay? We'll do the Instagram ones a little later. Julian and Vicky, I love their chemistry together. For breakfast, I'm having a Coke and a Nutri-Grain bar. You know, keep the energy flowing. Now, we're going to talk about this real quick, okay? This is going to be a long DWatch, by the way. Could this be the longest DWatch ever? We shall see. I want you to watch Levi when I open this up, okay? Levi freaks out when he hears, you know, like loud ding. Anytime I open up a Coke can, he freaks out. I'm gonna move so you guys can see him. Okay, watch Levi. Watch him. Okay, here we go. He doesn't like that. And you guys might feel sad right now just seeing Levi upset like that, but he doesn't like the sound of opening cans. Jason from Sinister Cinema Reviews messaged me yesterday and he said, dude, I got a theory that's gonna blow your mind. And I was like, hit me with it. He said, in the original Halloween, Myers' primary target, let me turn this down. It's just Allison and Cameron fighting, okay? Myers' primary target was not Laurie Strode, it was Annie. And he showed me this theory that one of his subscribers or viewers posted in the comments. And he was like, wow, I'm looking at the original Halloween in a completely different way now. That's what he said. I'm looking at Halloween in a completely different way now because it completely makes sense. As soon as Myers gets to Laurie, yeah, he's interested in Laurie, but it's not, you know, he's not like, I need to kill her right now. What sets him off is when Laurie and Annie are walking down the street and she says, hey jerk, speed kills. He slams on the brakes. And that is what triggered Myers. That is when he was completely pissed off. And from that point on, his sights were completely on Annie up until she died. And Laurie and Linda and Bob all died because they came to Annie's house. And here's the clicker, okay? Because you could refute that all day, but here's the clicker. This is what got me. Whose body does Myers put Judith Myers' tombstone behind? That was basically his way of saying fuck you to Annie. And he put his sister's tombstone behind her. You know? I think he completed his mission once he killed Annie. Because what does he do? To celebrate his mission being completed, he sets up a tombstone. You know, it's done. Now I can marvel in my work. Here's the tombstone. I can relive what I did when I was 6 years old. Oh shit, but here comes Linda and Bob. These guys are in the house. Now I have to kill them. Here comes Laurie Strode. I gotta go chase her now. His primary target was Annie. Check out his video though. Really good. And Jason and that subscriber of yours, or viewer, absolutely blew my mind on my all-time favorite film. That's what makes Halloween so great, the simplicity of it. Carpenter leaves enough open space for interpretation. He doesn't tell you anything about Myers. He doesn't tell you Myers' primary target. He just basically gives you the point of view of Myers and Laurie Strode. And so the story's told from the point of view of Laurie Strode, but you don't realize she's not the primary target. It's Annie. We're just seeing it through Laurie's eyes. That's the genius of John Carpenter. That's why people are still talking about this little slasher movie to this day. That's why this movie is so important. And Jason and I are definitely going to be doing a live stream discussing this sometime soon. Well, this is a surprise. They just run Myers over. You know, and I got to give them credit for that. That's, you know, no, don't ask questions. Just boom. Just get rid of the danger right then and there. You know, I can see that David Gordon Green and Danny McBride were trying to throw some curveballs here and there in the script. And I got to give them mad props for introducing interesting characters like Sartain, like Hawkins. I said it. Sartain I find extremely interesting, actually. You know, he is a curveball. He is out of left field. You know, he's a question mark. It's always good to introduce a question mark in a story. I call him like the Bizarro Loomis. You know, he's not Loomis. He's almost the opposite of Loomis. Loomis's main goal, main mission is to get rid of Myers. You know, completely extinguish him from existence. Sartain is obsessed with Myers. He's interested with Myers. The only connection him and Loomis have is they're both obsessed with Myers, but just in completely different forms. Loomis is selfless. Sartain is selfish. So much so that he wants to know what it feels like to kill. He wants to feel that mask on him. So I don't have a problem with him actually putting on the mask because it fits into the character. The character has been built up to this. Just physically, it turns people off. But I like the character so much that I wish he didn't die. But that's another one of my controversial opinions. And you know what? I'll be the first to admit, my mind did change on this movie. You know, and I've stated this in the past, but when I first saw this, you guys know, I was gaga over the moon. It reached number 2 on my ranking for the franchise. I really adored this movie. And everything I adored about this movie, I still adore about it. But the flaws did eventually creep out a little bit, you know? And you know what? I'll be the first to admit if I change my mind. I think some people are afraid to admit if they change their mind about a movie, you know? And I don't want to like point fingers at anybody, but I just feel like I find that liberating, freeing to actually tell my audience what's exactly on my mind at any given time, you know? Because I'm a passionate movie lover, and my mind does change on movies from time to time. Not always, but especially if it's something I'm really passionate about, like especially like Star Wars and Halloween. I've told people, don't take my first reaction on Star Wars and Halloween at face value at all, okay? Because it could very well change. You know, most other movies, if you look at my track record, over 1,000 reviews, I've changed my mind on a couple. Terrifier, I changed my mind on, and Halloween 2018, and I'm trying to think of others. There's only, but I guarantee you that you've changed your mind on a movie at least once in your life. It happens, but that's just the way I am. But I've been called out for it. You know, I've had people say that, you know, I'm somehow fake because my mind changed about a movie. And you know, if that's what people want to think about me, go for it. I don't care. That's fine with me. But I'll be the first to admit if my mind changes on anything or a movie. You know? So yeah. Oh, the comments are going to be fun. But you know what? Sometimes you got to face the music, right? Sometimes you got to face the music. A little homage to Halloween 5 here. The two cops. This scene's not nearly as good as the cops in Halloween 5, though. You know. Plus, what are they eating? Like the chocolate pudding and a brownie? Does anybody really take chocolate pudding and a brownie to work with them? Oh my God, your freaking sugar levels would go through the roof. And then you got a Myers head stomp coming up. Maybe too many homages in this movie because, you know, we did the head stomp in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 with Jeff Daniel Phillips. And that's a great scene. I love that scene, actually. Oh, I didn't catch that. He said, say something. How about no? How about I just stomp your fucking head in? But a lot of this sequence here reminds me of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. You got Allison running through the woods, just like Scout Taylor Compton did at the end of that movie. This poor guy right here just got rejected by Allison, and then he's got to deal with the scariest killer on the planet. Look at that. Jesus. That's a really cool scene, too. Light goes on and off. But this kill was based off of a nightmare that David Gordon Green had about just being impaled on a gate. But this kill, I saw this kill recently in another movie. And that movie was X-Ray. Or Hospital Massacre. At the very beginning when they're kids, the one kid gets impaled on the top of like this coat rack. in the same fashion as that guy right there. And then I think the Shape Hunts Allison's about to happen. Yeah, here we go. This scene could have been amazing. Yeah, listen to the music. Let me turn it up. Oh, God. That is one of the coolest sounding tracks. It's completely new. We've never heard anything like this in the franchise. But that's it.
My daughter is not home.
Nothing comes from it.
So whoever you have looking for her is obviously not able to identify.
And speaking of Christopher Nelson, he's actually, there he is right there. All right, Ray's about to get killed, okay? And we're entering the final scene in the movie. Myers is going to Laurie's house and shenanigans are about to begin. All right, so I'm gonna do the Instagram shout outs. Zach Attack, what's up, Zach? Zach's a big fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 too. He says, funly, fantastic, I'd love one. Carrie's Corner of Horror, yes, love this movie, I'd love a shout out, happy Monday. And Carrie, she's actually recording her first video. I don't know if she dropped it yet, but she's trying her hand at YouTube. And I think that's awesome. So look for some content from her here in the future. Dino's Reviews, he says, really appreciate one if you could, Lee. Enjoy Halloween. Dino has really been stepping up his YouTube game too. His channel is growing, and I love seeing that. And you guys, you know that you start out and then your channels just keep growing and growing and growing, and I just love watching you guys grow. You're kicking ass. Dino, you rock. The Art of Indiana Jules. I'm a bit of an introvert, but I'd love a nice shout out. Well, there's a nice shout out for you. And we're about to get up to the scene where he's going to go through the door. Jill from One Last Scare, such a dear friend. She says, hi Lee, your DWatches are my favorite content. Halloween DWatches, even better. Enjoy the movie. Jill's just like the nicest, sweetest person ever. She's like such a pivotal person in the horror community, and just so supportive. Everybody loves Jill. She's the best. Sam Malicious 78 says, spooky guy sure does. H2 2018 is around my 4th favorite. Pretty rockin' entry. Vinny Lima 12 says yes. Simon Moon. Oh man, hold on. You guys got to see this. I love this scene. Damn, how's that for intense? Is it like I'm almost rooting for Myers in some of this movie? I don't know why. Like I want Myers to just freaking clean house. Great scene though. But I tell you, Laurie kicks ass. Laurie kicks major ass in this movie. Oh, he should not have put his hand there. Ooh! Oh, that's rough. That's rough. That's Bush League. Simon Moon, my good friend, how you doing, brother? He says, amazing. That's great news. Can't wait for this DWatch. As always, greetings and all the best, Lee. All the best to you, my friend. Rafferty says, if you're still doing the shout-outs, count me in. Fucking love Halloween 2018. 4th on my list, Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Oh, that's cool. Halloween 4, Halloween 2018. That's a stacked top 4 right there, actually. Thomas Baker, 97. Tom Buckerham. Yeah, Lee. Leonardo Bandoni. Say that right? Awesome movie. Could you please give me a shout-out? There you go, Leonardo. Tony P3301, I love your DWatches. They are always entertaining and fun. A shout out would be cool. Brett from Good Real Hunting, you know I do, Lee. Laugh out loud. Love the score, soundtrack to this movie, best in the franchise. Have it number 4 on my list. A lot of people with number 4 on their list. Cool. I like the music. Oh, another badass scene right there. Damn. You don't want to fuck with that guy. TJ Supinger said, I just saw Andy Matichak and Son and was thinking I wanted to rewatch Halloween 2018. There's a Son. Yeah, I need to check out Son. I'm looking for it. I haven't heard too much about it as far as if it's good or not. I need to check it out. Brock Morgan Savage says, what's up, Lee? Hope you're well. That's my personal favorite in the series. Nice. Georgie91 says, I can't wait to watch Halloween Kills on my big TV with the surround sounds. It comes to VOD. I can't wait to see it on the big screen. Josh Richardson 94, I've missed these DWatches. Keep them coming. I've missed them too, Josh. Antwood 87 says, question, next time you watch Halloween 78, could you ever react to it as a first time viewing? Antwood for a shout out as well. Well, it's funny, I was just talking about how now I see it differently as Myers hunting Annie in the movie. So my mind is blown. But yeah, have I done a commentary on the first? I'll probably do a commentary on the first Halloween, maybe this October. Could be fun. It's go time. A lot of callbacks to the original too, with the closet and then the balcony. What'd you guys think about the log cabin setting, you know? Was it a little too brown for you? Am I being too picky? And also another question for you guys. What do you think about H Kills taking place on the exact same night as this? I think that's really cool, actually. And I'm wondering how much of it will take place in the hospital. You know there's going to be some homages to the original Halloween 2. Jamie Lee Curtis, you got to give her props. I mean, she's been in the business. She's been a power player. She's an A-list actor. And one thing that really exudes from her is just the motivation. And, she's a go-getter. She doesn't hold back. And, I think she's inspiring to a lot of people. If you want something, go get it. That's what Jamie Lee Curtis does. And you know what? We got to thank her for saving this franchise multiple times. For coming back in H2O, putting aside my problems with that movie, we got to thank Jamie Lee Curtis for keeping the franchise afloat, because it would have went direct to video. It's been documented that it would have went direct to video if not for Jamie Lee Curtis. That was kind of a cool scene, a little nightmare sequence. Not nightmare, but just, Allison around all those mannequins. What is it about? Like, lately I've been watching a lot of movies with mannequins in them, like Maniac and this and Tourist Trap. I think mannequins are making a comeback, guys. All right, we are winding down. We're up to the finale. That great moment when Karen grabbed the 12 gauge and did the old switcheroo on Myers, the gotcha, which was a badass scene actually, which is a really good scene. She plays it off. She's like, I'm a damsel in distress. There's definitely some woman power going on in Halloween 2018 for sure. Ooh, the sun just came out. Looks really nice actually. I mean, it got like really bright all of a sudden, didn't it, guys? Like if I point this, so we can multi-camera this, right? Hold on. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at right there. My backyard. I just cleaned my patio not too long, like a couple weekends ago. I really needed to clean my patio, but great stuff. Great stuff. What if I back up a little bit? Pretty intense stuff. Get him, Allison. That's the first time Allison got to get in the action, He's an animal. What did I say at the beginning of this? He's a caged animal. Literally, that's what he is right now. That's why Myers, I'm saying it right now, Myers, easily greatest freaking horror icon ever. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. I know some of you guys love Jason, some of you guys love Freddy. And those two are in the big three for a reason. But Myers, he's the king, baby. He's the motherfucking king. Because you know what? You think he's dead, but he's not. He's coming back for Halloween Kills, baby. Look at that face. He's like, you think you've killed me? Myers is the true hero of this story. You guys don't know that, do you? Myers is the victor. You can't kill the boogeyman. What did John Carpenter say? You don't kill the boogeyman. He always comes back. He's always there in the shadows, waiting for that moment to attack the prey. Oh, this was so fun, guys. This was so fun. Are you excited for Halloween Kills? I'm so excited for Halloween Kills. I can't wait to finally watch this movie. And that music, The Shape Burns. Oh, that's kind of my new obsession track lately with the soundtrack is The Shape Burns. It's just so emotional sounding. I'm going to read the rest of the shout outs real quick and then we're going to call it. And what's Laurie going to do now? Is that covered by insurance? I hope so. All right, a couple more Killer Flicks shout-outs. Andy Ward, he says, Andy Ward's an amazing artist, by the way. Damn, that light's bright. Says, we need that sequel like today. Gary Sim. Marco Hernandez says, damn, what a great way to begin the week. I love that movie, love that score. Brendan Tiggy says, what a way to start the day. Halloween 2018 is part of a complete breakfast. It sure is. It sure is. Kate Humphreys saying, hey there. I love that gif with the little girl like swinging her hair back. So cute. Megan Ann Katsumi McManaman. I hope I said that right, Megan. Says, I'll take one. I absolutely love this movie. And a couple more on Instagram. Lacey Renee 09 says, great choice. Can't wait for Halloween Kills. So ready. Would love a shout out. There's your shout out, Lacey. And the Blade Runner says, Blade Brown here. Looking forward to this DWatch. What's up, Blade? And last shout out for Halloween 2018 DWatch goes to Awesome Cool Guy 500. Says, I don't know if I'm too late, but I'll still comment when I'm nervous. But I'm... What? I read that wrong. When I went into Halloween 2018, I was really nervous, but I'm so happy to say that it is easily the second best film in the franchise. Nothing could touch the original, but 2018 is a very worthy sequel, and I love it. And Halloween Kills is my most anticipated film of this year. Why can't October just come already? I agree. I completely agree, Awesome Cool Guy. Oh, and quick shout out to Holly Klein. Holly Klein loves DWatches. I could not do a DWatch without saying thank you to Holly Klein. She's one of my mods, but more importantly, she's a dear friend. Holly Klein, you rock. You just weren't awake yet to see this, all right? But yeah, happy Halloween. And that's it, guys. The DWatch is over. I gotta clean my house. The sun is finally out. I might go for a run. I don't know what anything could happen. But I gotta say, guys, I love you guys so much. I love my horror community so much, and I appreciate you. I thank you. If you're here at the two of you that are watching this right now, because YouTube viewers don't usually stay for the whole thing, but I really appreciate you guys. Okay, so Matt, if you've made it this far, post the number 12. Just post the number. Actually, no. Post the number 31. If you made it this far, it'll be our little secret. Post the number 31 in the comments, okay? And only it'll be our little secret. Nobody else will know, okay? Anyway, guys, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays we free for all Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on all my socials. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Love you guys. Evil never dies.